and welcome to Club 6 episode 16 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie, and as you'll notice, we are back earlier than originally advertised. There is a reason for that, and you'll find out what it is in just a moment. Okay, well, as you can see, I have been invited to an interview by Newcastle United. I did not apply for the job, but I'm certainly interested. So let's go and attend the interview and see if we can secure the job. So they're welcoming me in, and they want to put forward their vision for the club and allow me to suggest any alterations should I become the new manager. So let's tell them it's great to be here and get started. Why is managing a number of clubs as you have done a good thing? I'm going to convince them that I've had a wide range of experience to draw upon, and that I've seen everything. Why have I moved between clubs quite so often? I've been ambitious throughout my career, and when an opportunity arose for me to further my own prospects, I felt obliged to take it. What do you think makes you suited to managing a club of this stature? I've been building up to this with smaller clubs, and I want to get the chance to prove myself at a bigger one here, so I'm going to go with that. Am I able to ease their worries about my apparent failure to cultivate a strong dressing room atmosphere? I'll make them a promise that the atmosphere will be fine. You've previously been embroiled in media controversy, citing your inability to command the support of your dressing room. What can you say to address our concerns about that happening here? Something I've learned from. I think answering I've learned from once is fine. Are you willing to assure us you do a better job of meeting expectations than your potential predecessor did? I've got a good record of meeting expectations. I'm exceeding them at my current club. Am I the right person to turn this underachieving club around? I back myself to come in and make an immediate difference. Would I want to work with Monchi, their director of football? Yeah, absolutely. Do I want to make any changes to the backroom staff? I'd like to bring my assistant with me, so I'll ask for a small budget. And in terms of the board culture, make the most of set pieces, high tempo pressing football, possession football. So we're probably looking at a gegenpress style. Work within the wage budget and sign players to sell for a profit. 1 year contract for players over 33, 2 years for players over 31, 4 year contracts for first team players, 3 year contracts for players over 29. All of that is fine. They want a top half finish and reach the latter stages of the cup, and they want to work towards challenging for the title and then eventually challenge for it. That seems perfectly reasonable. They want to guide the team to a top half finish. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. And a transfer budget of 116 million. We'll go with that. And a wage budget of 5.3 million. Yeah, happy with that as well. And there isn't anything else I want to ask for. So that closes the interview, and they are going to get back to me. So I'll come back to you as soon as I have an outcome or something else to report. Okay, well, 10 days after my interview with Newcastle, and they have asked me for my backroom changes, so it does look like I'm going to be getting the job. So let's see if I can take my assistant manager with me. So as it stands, I've told them I'll keep Monchi, so I can't change my director of football. I could change my technical director if I wanted to, but I don't. But I do want to take Juan Malillo with me as my assistant manager. So they actually have 2 assistant managers, and I will be dispensing with both of the other 2. And I think, will I take Salinas with me as well? No, I don't think I will. My technical director, Steinson, could be useful, so I think I might take him. Unless Sean Keane is even better, which actually he is. He's perfect. So I'm going to just make that one change, with Lillo coming in as my assistant manager, as he is currently, and we'll dispense with Chris Moore and Chris Davis. So we'll confirm that, and I'll be back in a moment to confirm that I've been offered the Newcastle job. Okay, well, they have come back to me with an offer, and as you can see, they're offering me £110,000 a week, which is exactly double what I'm on at Leeds, and a transfer budget of £117 million, and a £5.5 million a week wage budget. And the expectations are exactly what were laid out at the interview. So I am not going to balls this up. I am just going to start the negotiations and accept the offer. It's a 3-year contract, and there's some bonuses in there as well. So let's finalise the deal, exit the talks, and I'll be back in a moment to confirm my appointment as the new manager of Newcastle United. Okay, well, there it is in black and white. In a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate, Jamie Sheehan has left Leeds to join divisional rivals Newcastle. Sheehan, who famously knocked Man United out of the FA Cup in 2028, will no doubt be hoping to provide similarly memorable moments in stepping up to a bigger club. Questions will be raised as to why Sheehan made the decision to take up a different job within the same division, but he will face pressure to bring immediate success to St James's Park, given his former employers and previous stand-in. Thiago Motta was considered to be the favourite for the job, but it's unclear whether the club favoured Sheehan all along. Leeds will now be looking for a new manager. Meanwhile, Chris Moore and Chris Davis have exited the club as part of Sheehan's changes. Newcastle are on a poor run of 6 league games without a win and find themselves 14th in the Premier League. Newcastle have lost 3 of their last 5 games in the league, so plenty of work to do. And I'll be back in a moment to show you the initial impressions of the Newcastle United squad. Okay, here is the initial impression of the Newcastle team with their team report and the best 11. Dennis Simon in goal, and it's Carlos Roberto at left back, Botman and Gomez as centre backs, Gertrude at right back, Bruno Guimaraes at the base of midfield, Frankie de Jong and Tonali ahead of him, Brables on the left, Silva on the right, and Alexander Isak up front. And as you can see, the key player is Brables. The squad personality is ambitious, which is ideal. Hot prospect Ramon Arce, so we'll have a look at him once we're fully established. And the top goal scorer, Alexander Isak. And the only other thing I've yet to discover is who's got the captain's armband. So we will look into the squad in more depth once we're at the club. And as you can see, top earner is Sandro Tonali. He's also the captain as well. So there you go, confirmation of that. And I'll be back in a moment to round up the episode and tell you what's coming up on the next one. Okay, so here is a more in-depth look at the squad that we've got. And as you can see, Dennis Simon is the first choice keeper, backed up by youngster Aaron Roach, who isn't even potentially as good as Dennis Simon. So we may look to upgrade Aaron Roach at some point. Two right backs in Svoboda and Wanderson, who are pretty evenly matched. Wanderson ahead on potential and is younger. Centre backs, we've got Sotalo, Lacroix, Roberto and Gomez, all of whom are decent options. We only currently have one left back at the club, which is Adam Connolly, and he isn't that good. So that's clearly an area we need to look at. Defensive midfield, we are overstocked. We've got Guimarães, De Jong, Botman, Gertruda and Mulan, all of whom are decent players. So some of them will be used in central midfield rather than defensive midfield. Two out-and-out central midfielders in Tonali and Spiniak Stransky, although Stransky isn't very good. So he'll be moved on. We've got multiple options on the right-hand side. David Silva, Popol Mayele. We've got Agostinho Correa. We've got Adam Cockbill. And also Jamario. And largely they are pretty similar in terms of ability. And pretty much the same age as well. On the attacking midfield front, we've got Claudio Echeverri, who can play behind the striker and is arguably the best player at the club. So we need to find a way to utilise him. He's on the transfer list. I need to find out why and change that. Left-hand side up of the front three, Ansu Fati, Leandro Brables, who was mentioned as one of the key players, and Fabrizio Cappiello. And then finally, just one striker on the books, which is Alexander Isak, who isn't getting any younger. So we do need to provide him with at least some support in the January transfer window. So with that done, let's have a look at the fixture list. And as you can see, we've got a very challenging first couple of games in charge, and I'm going to show you both of those on the next episode. So we'll be coming back immediately for Manchester United away and Liverpool at home. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.